Tracey, this mistake has already cost you big time, bud. Thought I'd throw the bud in there because Jorge, who films the videos and does a lot of the editing here at Young Nails, he threw that in as the title for this, and we said, no, you can't call nail technicians bud. It's not going to work, bud.
Buddy.
So, Buddy Buckaroo. Buddy Buckaroo. That's one of these streamers that I watch. He does that. It's kind of funny. Okay. We got to get into this video or else it's going to get really weird around here.
You know what's funny is my mind's blank. Like, we did not go into this with a plan. So I think I got something.
No, but that's what I love about we do these podcasts. In case you guys don't know, we don't sit here and
think
plan.
At all.
No, we really don't. These are the feelings that we have when we record it. So it's kind of live, even though it's not. This is literally like off the top of the dome, if I may say myself. I'm going to start rapping in a second. These are the true feelings that we have right here on the spot. So this mistake will cost you big time in the salon we are referring to, in case you didn't know. Now you know. Tracey, what comes to mind for you? And I'm going to do this. Sorry, I keep talking. You say yours. I'm going to say mine. And then we're going to vote whose is better. Let's make it a competition. Just kidding. It's not a competition. Go ahead.
It's a competition now.
It's a competition now. All right.
Okay. This thing will cost you big time.
Bud.
Okay. In any business, this will cost you if you don't look at it as a business. You have to look at nails, though we love it. We love what we do, and it's fun and it's great. When we don't look at it as a business, it will cost you big time.
Okay.
It'll cost you in money, and it could cost you eventually not doing the career.
Okay, so explain, give some examples here, because I understand what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's the most important.
Yes. We're done. Yeah. Not treating it like a business, which is hard for people to do, right? But can you go into more detail here so that we can get an explanation?
Okay, so if I go into a business, I'm going to open a boutique, Habib. Okay. In this boutique, I'm going to have clothing, and I put a price tag on the clothing, and that's the price. You know, I never sit there and go, but I feel bad charging that for this shirt. I'm going to charge it less and make less money because I feel guilty for charging it. These are the kind of things of not looking at it as a business. Probably would never see that in a clothing retail situation, but nail techs, we go, I feel bad charging for my art. I feel bad for charging for this. That's probably too much. I'm going to put my pricing down. We do not look at it as a business, a way of supporting our family, a way of making money for our insurance, way of putting clothes on our backs.
Yeah.
We put feelings into it. Feelings and then guilt, and then this could it's costing you financially, guaranteed, and it could cost you your business.
How many times have you heard this, like at trade shows in the past, just from nail technicians, in comments, in our chat? Like, how many times have you actually heard, professionals say this? Like, well, I don't really charge for this, or I kind of feel bad because they're my family or my friends, or I love doing it, so it's okay. Like, it's my passion. How many times have you heard that?
All the time. I mean, just have an OWC class. There's going to be multiple people that are going to tell me that.
Yeah.
All the time at trade shows, people come up. They've literally come up to us crying before, because they finally listened, and they're like, I didn't lose clients. I'm making money now. I wasn't, my spouse and they told me they didn't think I should be doing this career anymore because I wasn't making money, and now I'm making, because, and there's more that can play to a business part of it too. When we have something that we enjoy, we can also look at it and forget that we have to have insurance on our business, that we have to have licensing. We have to have all these things for a business. So those parts too, but the financial part is huge.
Why do you think, like, somebody that's watching this now might be actually like, oh my God, this is literally me. Why? why do you think it's hard for in our industry for them to charge or to set their prices where they should be? And
Yeah. Feelings. I was there. I was the same. When I'm setting my prices, I felt bad because it's you want to be nice. It's an awkward to say the amount, and when a person knows that you're the one setting the price, and people will also make you feel guilty about the pricing that you're charging, and how well, I don't, I should feel pretty too. And, like it's a charity. It's not a
Yeah.
charity. This is not a charity. Where was this conversation? We just recently had this conversation. Was it on a Biz Talk? Someone said this in a comment that they think that, oh, yes, it was, I believe it was a comment. Someone went on there and said that we shouldn't be charging what we're charging because there are people out there who can't afford it that deserve.
I remember this. It was a comment.
It was a comment, right? And yes, I remember. Yeah, because I had to respond to it. I got sent the message, and I had to respond to it. And you have to be very carefully. You have to be very careful because I didn't want to insult the person.
Of course.
But my thought is it's not a charity. I do charity. I have
Right.
charity work
Right.
that I do. Things like this. My business is not that.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to donate your time down at a shelter or donate to
Separately.
money, do that. Please do that. But I will not be judged off the fact that I'm treating. If a person can afford to come to me, well, it's nails. It's not. There's many things out there,
Yeah.
Habib, that I would love to get done that I don't because I can't afford it.
I think you're making a really strong point here of you have to separate your business from a lot of things in your life, charity being one of them, right? And like, it's such a great point. If you want to do charity, do it separately, but you got to keep your business the business where it's generating and you're profitable and generating revenue. It's covering all of your expenses, plus you're making money on top of that to where you can save some or invest some, whatever that is, or your kids, going on vacations and doing all the things that you want to do, right?
What a normal job would supply you.
Correct.
Would you go to a job, right? Show up and they say, well, this is what you could get per hour for this job, but we would like you to donate half of that.
Right.
So we're going to pay you this.
Yeah.
Consider it, charity.
There's absolutely nobody would do that, right? And but that also, like, that mistake of so the charity thing of well, I feel bad, so I'm just going to give them this art for free, or I'm going to charge them less prices, and do your charity outside. So, and also, and this is something that we used to do in our business in the very, very beginning, was we would treat our business and write checks out of it like it's a personal bank account. Like, when we go to the grocery store, this is when we would cut checks at the grocery store, and I don't know if you still do that now, but we would cut a check out of the business account, and it's all mushing together, and then separating it later for tax purposes is a nightmare, and it gets all clogged up. We had to learn how to keep it separate, but it's a similar idea. It all comes back to the main idea of what you're talking about, Tracey, which is treating it professionally and treating it like a business, not writing personal checks out of it. You pay yourself out of it, and then you can, obviously do what you want personally. But in the same way, you can't give things away out of your business because you feel bad.
Yeah. And I think, the beauty industry is one of those unique things where people will play into that and try to make you feel guilty, because to them, it's your time. You're just giving your time. You're just giving time.
Right. Do you think it's because the nail industry, being that it's a service business and it's very up close and personal, do you think that, talking about money is just always awkward, right? I mean, you go to dinner with friends, or it's like, no, I got it. I do that.
I do it all the time.
You know, like
because I don't want to sit there and figure it out between everybody.
Neither do I, and it gets weird,
Yeah.
and it's like, no, do you get the next one? It's fine, I got it. But I think typically for a lot of people, talking about money can be awkward. In our business, it's not like we're talking about money to our customers. The prices are on the website. They purchase it. They get shipped the product. They talk to customer service. If there's an issue, it gets worked out and handled. In a professional nail business, you're like, when the service is done, you're asking them for payment right there. This is my price. Here's what you're getting charged. Here's the add-ons for the art. It can maybe get awkward for some people?
Very well. I guarantee I felt that way. It is awkward because there's no business telling me that this is the price. They can't go, what? It's that much? And I go, well, that I don't make the policies. I do make the policies.
Right.
I do make the pricing.
Everything.
I make everything. So yes, it is because it's more of a one-on-one contact. They know you are the business.
Yeah.
So you feel, and a lot of times, I will say, it's just our own voices in our own head.
100%.
There are people out there that try to take advantage, yes, but a lot of time you're having this whole conversation and the person's just asking you how much.
Yeah, and it's awkward for you in that moment. It's not awkward. They just want to pay the bill. I know what you're thinking. You're like, ooh, I don't want to say it because what if they react like, ooh, that's a lot. And then you're like, oh my God, I don't want to charge you. Oh, don't worry about it this time. This time I won't charge you for that. But maybe, and then you start, you're doing charity.
You're doing that, and you're setting it in stone at that moment. Because what happens when you've done that a couple times with a client, and all of a sudden you go, "Oh, it's X amount. Did you raise your prices?
Did you raise your prices? Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm just charging you for what I should have always charged you for.
Right. Exactly.
Because people get their set amounts and they got their plans, and you get your budget, and you're like, oh, my nails are always $80. It's what it typically is. And all of a sudden, because you've been giving everything away, and this time you tell them it's 115, they're like,
what? Yeah.
What just happened?
Yeah. So there's one part of our business where it is similar in that way. And that was when we were really small and, I had to make phone calls to collect money from people that owed us money. So it was very awkward and very weird for me. And it was really hard to do it. I will say after I almost got mad. I got like pissed off in the sense of like, I got so sick of feeling like that.
Yeah, it's a horrible feeling.
Yeah. First of all, you owe us this money. Second of all, why are you making me feel weird that you're past due on the money that you owe me? I really thought this out.
The phone, like, dang, they're good. I feel horrible.
Why do I feel bad? They're giving me attitude. And so I literally flipped a switch in my brain and I was like, screw this. Like, I'm going to be nice, but I'm not feeling bad anymore. So I got to a point where it was like, I pick up the phone and go, hey, Denise, you do owe us, the $846. It is due. I need you to send payment. I can't send the products out for your order until well, that's not right. Actually, do you know that you're 16 days past due? Wait, I am? You are. So do me a favor. Take a picture of the check. Just send it to me. Put it in the mail. I will send your product. No problem. So I started to get this like confidence in my tone, not rude, but just like, hey, but you are 16 days past due, a confidence, but still being polite. Yep. And it completely changed everything.
Well, we always say that, right? We don't ask with a question.
Exactly.
And what I mean by that is your total today is $100.
Is that okay?
I didn't even have to say, is that okay? I said that with how I said the price.
Right.
It's going to be $100 today. I just put a question mark behind it.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Blood in the water.
Blood in the water.
Right there.
It's like if someone's got that personality,
yes,
they're going to go for it.
I have a friend that is starting a business kind of right now. Okay. I'm going to be very vague.
Business kind of. Okay.
I'm going to be vague and this person may watch, so I want to keep it vague. But there's other people in the same industry that are doing the same thing and charging like an insane amount for their business, right?
They're getting paid.
They're getting paid. It's like, how are they getting, not me, but my friend is like, how are they getting paid? Like, I swear to God, my work is, just as good. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. So you just, that person's treating their business like a business. It's keeping it professional. They're setting it all up. And you can absolutely do the same thing.
Yep.
You
have to do this.
You have to do it. Exactly.
Or you're just never going to make I always say, if a nail tech comes to me and they're like, I have a full clientele and I'm struggling and I'm not making it and I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. I'm like, oh, we have to, you see
Red
this?
flag.
I'm going to see that mirror right there. I need you to turn right around. Something's wrong. What you just said, there's something wrong.
Yeah. That is a sure sign right there.
Yep.
I have a full clientele. Mm-hmm. Okay. Awesome. You've done that right.
You conquered that.
Conquered that means your nails are also good, right?
Absolutely.
But you're struggling financially. It's actually a pretty easy fix.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you have to just obviously change your price. But I want to lose my clients, Tracey. If I raise my price. So you're happy struggling month to month to month. Are you happy struggling month to month? So much so that you don't want to feel uncomfortable changing your pricing structure. You'd rather suffer month to month and then possibly quit.
Well, what I tell them is exactly what you just said, the last part. You just told me that you're probably going to have to quit. Correct. So what do you have to lose?
What do you That's it.
What do you have to lose? Because either way, if you're saying you're going to fail and you'll have to quit, but you already said that that's 100% what's going to happen. Let's roll the dice.
Let's raise the prices.
Let's roll the dice,
yes.
man. Let's see what happens. You know what? And the people that don't want to pay it, cool, because you've just opened up spots for the people that will. So it's gonna. And I've never had anyone come back and say it didn't work.
Dude, that is so good. Like, I can't do this anymore. I'm going to quit. I'm fried. Okay. So if you're going to quit anyway, like you just said,
we're done.
Then get those prices up. Start treating your business like a business. Don't give away free art. Increase your overall prices. You need a redo on that.
You get to remodel yourself.
You get to remodel yourself in your business.
Totally remodel yourself, which is awesome.
You know what's funny is my thing that I was going to say was one of the points in there was just like raising prices. Mm-hmm. But I'm kind of pissed off because what you said encompassed everything. Treating your business like a business, it covers prices, it covers don't give away free sets, not charging, friends and family because you feel bad, or even policies and procedures, right? If people come in and like, oh, my nail broke, oh, you know what? I'll just fix it. I feel bad. All those things would not go under the umbrella of not treating your business like a business. And okay, fine. You win. I'm a little pissed off about it. I don't like it. Let us know in the comments below if you have any other ideas on this topic. We'd love to hear about them. I think this is a very good topic. Tracey, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you next time on The Best Talk.
Subscribe channel now. Subscribe channel now.